It's been 2 weeks. This has been a bit of a delay for this FinTech Week in Review. I'm really sorry. I've been traveling, doing some crazy stuff, but Finkelhorn is back. What?
Now we are here for the... Are you ready for the FinTech Weekly Review?
I'm ready.
Cool. So what's happening?
94% of Monzo users now fully switched over to the current account.
Monzo is going to launch overdrafts.
Revolut on track for a $1.4 billion valuation.
Yeah, and second next exciting thing from Revolut is that they're planning to launch in the Singapore North America very soon.
Singapore, North America. PayPal is going to be challenging the challenger banks, kind of moving into the traditional banking space.
Yes, and last but not least, is that Tandem add fixed saving accounts to their products.
Tandem adds fixed saving accounts.
Apparently,
it's Ida Kope.
Welcome to the FinTech Weekly Review. Run that intro.
Salut. Hat backwards for the Monzo team. Wow, 94% of their user base, they migrated from the original prepaid accounts onto their current accounts. That is a monumental, awesome achievement. I mean, from October till now, less than half a year, they've migrated the entire or most of the entire user base onto their current accounts. I think there's only 90,000 people left that haven't actually done it. But that's like crazy, especially when you look at the size of how they've grown. And it also just shows how much the brand is in touch with their users and how close they are as well. But, you know, huge congratulations to the Monzo team and really well done, because that's really cool to see that happen. So Monzo is back in the picture again, and, you know, it's all sort of coming together. Monzo's about to and actually is launching overdrafts on their current accounts.
Because it's all part of the plan.
And if you look at the whole trajectory in terms of events that have led up to now, it's all really coming together for the company. Overdrafts. Certain people will now be eligible for overdrafts. Kind of links to my last post in terms of those partnerships with improving credit for different people and sort of monitoring credit based on how well you pay for your landlord stuff and your actual property. But overdrafts are going to be very transparent, apparently, with Monzo, which will be really cool. You pay 50p per day. That's going to be fixed, so you can't get sort of nailed and hammered to the cross like you may have done with your traditional bank in the past. But also there's going to be a maximum fee of, I think it's £15.50 or something, that you would pay, so you can't go completely crazy. The nice part about this, and where the tech kind of comes in nicely, is the fact that you have these real-time push notifications. You know, I was actually hit by a Lloyds Bank just the other day, which I got hit with a fee, which was really frustrating because I didn't see it. I didn't know it was there until almost 2 months later, and I had to pay a penalty fee because I just don't use that account anymore since I don't live in the UK. But Monzo's going to be sending push notifications when you're about to approach the overdraft so that you just don't go entering into it without knowing about it. So I think it's going to be a nice way to see how the tech comes through in different ways to help with this. And Revolut's big announcement is that they're potentially going to be valuated at $1.4 billion US. I mean, that is no joke kind of money. The round is going to be potentially led by DST. Apparently they've been in some deep talks with them, and it should be announced sometime soon. Again, though, Revolut is the master at being present in the news all the time. Read that article that I'm dropping about them. It's actually really good from Recoded. It's really interesting to sort of go into what they've been thinking about and how they've been going about this. I don't think there's any comments from DST, but expect some news from them pretty soon. But well done, Revolut. I mean, once again, hats off to you guys. You just keep pushing and keep doing some crazy stuff. So Revolut, they're just almost about to launch in Singapore. They've been doing a ton of work. I know that the guys have been out there doing talks in Singapore, really trying to increase the presence. It's a very, very, very tough market in Asia, so I'm very keen to see how this one plays out. They're about to launch, and obviously the next steps for them is also North America. They've been pushing a lot in terms of announcing that they're going to be doing some work and pushing into the US. This will all fall into place as soon as that major banking license drops. drops, which should be coming really, really soon. You look at Monzo, which I've just spoken about earlier. They have the current accounts thanks to the banking license, and you also have all the overdrafts that are coming through. This is all going to play into par as soon as this comes in. So North America very soon, also Singapore very, very soon. And PayPal. So PayPal has done a bit of a spin. They are trying to challenge, apparently, the challenger banks. And they've now partnered up with loads of US banks to offer a white labeled service for checking deposits and even loans. This is what's going to be included in this offering. I'm not super clear on exactly what's going to be happening, but in essence, it's going to be offering a way to create a union amongst the hundreds of small banks, credit unions in the US, and really help people in that respect. Tandem Bank is a challenger bank in the UK, which I actually don't know very much about. I'll be very honest about this, but they're about to launch fixed saving accounts, and they're going to be pushing against and challenging people like Atomic Bank, because they've been in the market for a while, but they're going to be offering, if I'm not mistaken, a 1.8% for 1 year deposit on a return for your savings account, up to 2.3%. And there's a minimum, I think, of £1,000 that you need to put into the accounts. But really cool. Another challenger bank pushing in. Again, it's hard to keep track of all this that's happening, but it seems like there's another common thread. All these challenger banks are trying to create these marketplaces, like they're trying to tap in APIs to different fintech services so that you become a central control area for monitoring your financing. It's a big push, and there's a lot of people trying to do it. But I think Raisin is also launching a savings deposit marketplace soon, so we'll see what happens when that drops. So that was the FinTech review. Hope you liked it, and I'm going to slowly sign off, and goodbye. See you next week, guys.